It's Forms of Faith, and I'm back with another dream.
And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my Spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
So I just woke up from this dream. It's 10:07. I've been dreaming this since like 4 a.m. when I got up to pray and I went back to sleep. The first dream, it was multiple different dreams. They're like all over the place. I was in these dreams go alongside like a hotel in the ocean. And it is crazy because this dream, it was like a large group of people. It's like it could have been like some type of like, I don't want to say a retreat or anything like that, but it's like it could have been a construction or something like that where the women surprised the men that was already gone. And it's as if the guys and the girls ended up splitting. The guys left. It's like I ended up having a guy friend because he was like, oh, come on, baby, all your girls can go with me. He had like this car, and I remember him being like all the girls around him. I'm like, how in the world they gonna all get in that car? Like, it was really weird. But then all of the girls ended up leaving, and the only one was left was one. And it's as if we were supposed to be doing, like they were supposed to be doing something with like I don't know, like music or something like that. It was really weird. But it's like got to the spot that they was, all the girls left and they jumped in the ocean. And it was really weird because I want to say they jumped from the balcony. It was crazy. And the one girl was like, see, I stayed. I told you, something like that. Like, I'm down or however, whatever. And I was just like, okay, well, it'll just be like us. We'll be chilling. So then after that, it's as if I was like the guy that I could have been with or attached to, he ended up coming from out of nowhere. And it's as if I was coming back in the room from the hallway. And soon as like him and this white guy was pulling a snake from the window, like they had just got it, and I ran. And when I ran, they were trying to come behind me, and I hid. And I was like, man, I don't like get that. Like, I don't do snakes at all. No way, shape, fashion. Like, I'm scared of those things. Like, don't even. And it was long because the white guy was holding it by his head at the front, and he was by the room door, and the rest of it was still coming from the window. And it was like brown and beige and like a goldish kind of metallic-y color on it. It was really weird. And I remember I ran and I got to the elevator. And when I got to the elevator, the friend girl, she was still with me too, but I didn't see her before, but she ended up, and I was like, press the button. And it's like when she pressed the button, I tried to get on the elevator, but the elevator was really slender. It was like very small, and it was really weird. And when I got on it, it's like I tried to press up, but it only took me up to look at the other elevator to see over that one. It was crazy. So then I ended up trying to push 7 to go all the way up so that, I would be far away from everybody else and I wouldn't stop. Then it's like I seen this lady. She was trying to stop the elevator and get on at the same time. And me and her had like this scruffle. And where we was having this scruffle, it's as if it could have been like a conference going on, like some type of Christian gathering or whatever. But she was really rude. She was cussing. And I want to say she put me in a mind frame of like a Yolanda Adams or something like that, because I think she was supposed to be like a guest speaker or singer or something. And it's as if she was trying to put like the cords to her equipment on there. And I was like, lady, I'm trying to go up. And I kept trying to press 7, kept trying to press 7. And finally, I just closed the thing on her, and the cord was trying to pull down, but it stopped. So I stopped the thing. It's like I could just stopped the elevator, and I opened it a little bit and kicked her cords out. And when I kicked her cords out, I could see her at the table, and she began to like sing. It was really weird, but this lady was very mean. And then when I got upstairs, however, I had a glimpse of the girl who was with me. It's like everything switched for her. It's like she blew up. She became like this, like she could have been like, she switched. It's like instead of her hair, it's like she had her hair in a bob. And then when I seen her again, she had on a robe and her hair was going to the side, like in a swoop ponytail. And she was from New York. I remember her kept saying New York, and I was like, I want to go, friend. And she looked at me like, she was like, well, go. And I was like, man, I don't want to go. And she was like, all right, we can go. This is that and the other. And she looked at like the girl Lola Brooke that's out now. And I remember her saying Atlantic Records is up there. And I was like, huh? And I don't know if it's up there or not, but I don't know why she said that. And she was like, yeah, let's go. And then it switched to me. I ended up back in the room with the guy. And it's as if this time he turned into like Snoop Dogg. And he was just very obsessed with me, very, very, very obsessed with me. And he came to like get me with everything that was going on. It was very, oh my God, this dream was all over everywhere. And it's like when he did come get me, we ended up leaving. And it's like it was still like a crew of girls with me. And I thought everybody had left. And it was really weird because I don't hang with anybody besides my sister. And in the dream, I was with these girls. Who they were, I don't know. And I remember him just like trying to kiss me in the mouth. And it was Snoop Dogg, how he looks now. When we ended up leaving, I remember him saying how he wanted to spoil me. He showed me, he pointed at this Porsche and was like, see that? My girl can only ride in the fine things. And I was like, I don't even have a car. And he was like, it's all right. He was like, I got you. Then it switched to like these, it was like a triangle of, I want to say like Chinese women. They had to be like Chinese, some type of Oriental. And they were like, we're getting ready to take on the mission. And had the whole wide open ocean in front of them. And I'm like, how in the world? And they were all standing in like a dynasty triangle, like with the one to the front, like two others behind her, another row of three, like another row of four, and then like some other ones behind them. And they were like, they were going to set their path about like, and it'll probably be like a day's journey, but when they get there, it'll be all worth it. And it's like when they went to set course, it's like they put something in the ocean and it was gold. It was like these gold strings, like these gold, they wasn't arrows, but they were like swirly lines, but they were moving to like guide them. And literally it's like I was watching from like the heavens. Like when they got into the water, it's like I felt instantly myself was looking from the sky. And I seen them. It's like I knew they went from the one side of the ocean. And then when I seen them, they were all standing up in that same shape that they went in the water in, like an arrow tip, like that triangle arrow tip. That's the same way they went in the water. And when they got up, they were standing up. They hadn't made it to the shoreline and they were getting ready to walk upon the shore. And I was just like, what? And it's crazy because for a glimpse, I could see when they did cast out the thing that was gonna show them the way. It's like I seen it in the depths of the ocean. Like I had a glimpse of it. And I just woke up.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not